Welcome to my channel. As a layperson, I like to share my understanding of Scripture. Today I'm looking at the word righteousness. What does that word mean? Righteousness simply means instructions that you need to obey to become righteous. If you do what is right in the eyes of YHVH, you need to obey his righteous instructions. If you want to do what is right in the eyes of men, you need to obey their righteous instructions. The righteousness of YHVH leads to freedom, and the righteousness of men leads to slavery. When the scripture states that your righteousness is as filthy rags, the word your is not saying that the people are doing a bad job trying to keep the instructions of YHVH, but rather they are following the instructions of men, which YHVH is comparing to his instructions, and in comparison to his instructions, they're just filthy rags. When we are told that our righteousness should be greater than the righteousness of the Pharisees, it's not saying that the Pharisees were doing a poor job of keeping the instructions of YHVH. It is saying that they were keeping the instructions of men. And we need to keep the instructions of YHVH, which are in Scripture called good and perfect. A good God can only give good instructions. So in the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 28, it reads, "The way of righteousness is life." This is, of course, referring to the instructions given by YHVH that we need to obey to live. If we choose instead to live by the righteousness of men, we are on the way to death. In the book of Psalm, chapter 119, verse 142, it says, "The instructions of YHVH are everlasting and they are true." They are not for a certain time period, they are everlasting. In verse 260, it says, "All his words are true." Not some have been done away with, but all his words are true. This is a direct comparison to verse 150, where it says, "To those who reject the instructions of YHVH and instead follow the instructions of men," which are referred to as following after wickedness. Lawlessness is the same as wickedness in the eyes of YHVH. And the scriptures teach that the one who practices righteousness is righteous. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you heard, share with someone. If not, share with everyone.